Hi, Lucy here. Well, today we're going to talk about Jandy valves or Ortega valves, but and this one in particular is an actuator. It's an automatic valve, and what it's done is that it's slipped so that it's not aligned where it should be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the top off, reset the cam, and show you how to do that, and explain about the toggle switch and the difference between the actuator and the manual. So when we look down here at the valves, all right, so this is the automatic one, and as you can see, and I'll show you in the back in a second, when it moves, what's happening with this particular one, it's going past the point where it should have stopped. So that means inside the cam is loose. So what I've done is, right now we're just gonna, I put this in neutral. So, and then the other thing is, now that's an automatic. And that, when you use that, is usually you go and you're inside and you want to take a jacuzzi, and certain programs are set this way. You just push a button. The spa valves, there's an actuator here. The spa valves turn simultaneously, and you put the heater on and you can go out and take a jacuzzi in a little bit. It's really nice, except when they don't work. So a couple little tips, and this is going to be full of information, so take notes. Right now we're going to take this top off, and I'm going to show you how to reset a cam. So that if you see that, you have a situation where it's a little bit slightly, well, this is like way off, it keeps going more and more, but how you can fix this. And the other thing, what happens is that in that situation, sometimes you notice that your spa is draining more than, than it should, or it's draining. This could be one of the reasons. There are a few reasons. This could be one of them. Even if it's just slightly off, that means you're getting suction out of the spa. So this is on the suction side. All right, so just remember that may be one of the reasons why your spa is draining. There are other reasons, but this could be one of them if you're troubleshooting. All right, so we're gonna get to work. I'm gonna take this off and show you the inside of the actuator valve. Okay, so what we have here now is you undo the top 4 screws, okay? And if you notice, here's the toggle that I'm talking about. So see how this moves? So that's in neutral, and what happens, okay, so this goes one way, watch. And depending on how the company sets it or whatever, the toggle doesn't know which way to go. It will just go the opposite way of when you set it. So anyway, so see how it's moving, but then when you want to put it in neutral, which means that no matter what buttons you push, this actuator valve is not going to move. All right. So now what we have, all right, is this is what is loose. So we're going to unloosen this, and see there's these little switch things here, and that's what makes the cam stop. So we're going to loosen this up a little bit. And what I do is to make it easy, and so what we're basically doing is you're going to move down here so that this is going to stop where you want it to stop. All right, so what we're doing, hang on. Alright, so we're going to want it to stop before that. So hang on. Okay, so we got you a real close up on this. So here's, I don't know if you can see this. We're trying the best we can. But there's these little black little toggle things, or little notches. So what you do is, like, see how this, if you move it back, it moves it that way. So what we're going to do is we're going to move this back to where we want it. And then we move this forward. Okay, so watch. It's kind of like a little bit, there you go. See, a little bit kind of trial and error type of thing. But that was a pretty good trial and not error on the first part. That was nice. So it's I don't know if you actually saw it, but you can't miss these two notches. There's one down here for this one and one over here for this one. So now watch when we test it. And you want to kind of start tightening it up when you start getting it right, okay? Actually, that can even change a little bit more this way. That's where I'm going to want it. So let's see. Oops. It's hard for me to even see. Too much. There. See how it doesn't move? So watch. Okay, now it's got to be back this way a little bit. So this is what you do. You know, you just kind of like, there, right there. That's where we want the little thing. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, where it's lined up. And it's really big, but you know, it's lined up along the pipes. Well, we'll show you in a second, okay? So that is real in your face. Just a second. All right, so now what we're gonna do is check to see, like I said, I tightened that. Hopefully nothing else just moved. Okay, now. Okay, and we're just going to move this one a little tiny bit just to get it a little bit right, a little bit more right. Now, of course, I tightened it too tight. You know, you want this as perfectly lined up as possible. Okay, so this is a little bit tedious, and but it's worth it to take your time. The last thing you want to do once you have the two sides lined up is to tighten it pretty tight. And again, I always say not so much that you're going to break it, but so here. Okay, you don't want to crack anything. Okay, so now we have this adjusted. I'm going to put the top back on. And okay. Now, one of the things you want to make sure that what we have is the valve right now is set in the house on the pool, okay, the pool flow. How you have this here is this is in the off position to the pool and the spa is open. We don't want to start it like that, so you make sure, absolutely make sure that you have it coincided with what the program says at the moment. So we're going to make sure that this starts with the spa off, both sides. keep doing this. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is we're going to show you, so when we go and push the spa on, these two valves should change and then we're done, okay? So we'll be back in 1 minute. Okay, so what I'm going to do, because when you're out in the field you have to test these things, so I'm going to push a button here and it's going to show that the valves, it's on spa and the valves are turning at the same time. Okay, so there you have it. I hope that you learned something, and we got as much information out there as possible for these actuators. If you're halfway mechanically inclined, you can do it. So that's about it, and hope you learned something. Come visit me on my website and see more videos, and we'll see you next time. Bye.